People talk about demand in your business like it's a popularity contest. Post more, talk more, show up more, film more, be more seen, as if demand is a prize you get for effort. That's not demand, that's exhausting cardio. Demand is when the right person hears you and suddenly staying the same becomes more expensive than hiring you. Not emotionally expensive, operationally expensive. Demand happens when what you're saying is so relevant to someone's real-time reality that their brain goes, oh shit. Now I have a situation I need to do something about right now and with that person. Demand is not built on desire. It's built on inconvenience because the right person hears you and thinks, now I have to act differently. Now I have to decide differently. Now I have to stop lying to myself. Oh, fine. How do I pay you? That's demand. Not, oh my God, you inspire me. Not, I feel so seen. You said exactly what I needed to hear. Not, I love your vibe. All very nice compliments, but it doesn't pay the bills. Demand is the consequence. Most of you aren't lacking demand. You're avoiding it. Because demand requires specificity, not niche specificity, not identity, not avatar, not 2D spreadsheet of who your ideal client is with purple shoes and green hair. It's what does your work do in the hands of someone who's actually competent and ready. Not who it's for, not how it feels, not why you started, not your backstory. What does it do? If you can't answer that cleanly, you don't have demand, you have beautiful copy and nice stories. So let's go deeper. Demand is not your audience believing in you. Demand is your audience believing in themselves differently because you expose them to what you do and how you do it. They don't buy because you're great. They buy because they recognize themselves in what you're saying. And suddenly their current standard doesn't survive contact with that recognition. That's the oh shit moment, the collision point. Demand isn't look what I can do. Demand is look what you're doing. This is why it's costing you. This is why being liked is very overrated, although feels very nice. Being liked invites comments and claps and friend zoning in your business, like I used to do at the beginning. Being useful invites wiring the money in so they get to change. Demand isn't built on spectacle or shock or controversy. That's cheap, calling out other people. Burns fast and it leaves a lot of ash. Demand is built on clarity that feels like someone cleaned your windshield while you were driving. No big moment, just sudden vision, and then responsibility to steer where they say they want to go. For demand to exist, you have to be willing to say something true enough and boldly enough that competent people feel slightly called out in a good way. Not shamed, not scolded, not diminished, just accurately implicated. Like you're doing so much work for the result you're getting. You don't need more volume, you need a choke point removed. You're confusing generosity with overfunctioning. That's demand, because it doesn't leave them with motivation that doesn't go anywhere. It leaves them with fewer excuses and a couple of punches in the arm being like, this is what you're doing. This week, I don't want you to try to grow any demand. Just ask yourself this and answer without flinching. What problem am I fluent in that other competent people are tired of negotiating with? Not the problem that breaks their heart, not the problem that ruined their childhood, not even the problem that makes for a great TED Talk. That problem we're looking for is the one that wastes their time, wastes their energy, wastes their intelligence, wastes their shot. Demand isn't, I can help one day when you're ready. Demand is, this is costing you more than you realize. Because here's the kicker. Most of you aren't struggling with demand. You're struggling with the courage to be specific enough to lose the wrong people early. I know. Demand requires filtration, not flirting with everybody. Demand isn't being about undeniable desire. It's about being unmistakable. Unmistakable has leverage. It has gravity. It saves you from contorting into what everyone needs. Try this one on. What I do is not rare. The way I apply it is. If that line feels like pressure, good. If it feels like relief, even better. If it feels like both, that's demand building inside of you, not out there. I want you to subscribe if you want to build demand without shape-shifting. If not, stay where the stakes are lower. Just stop calling it a lack of strategy. You know what you need to do. You just haven't realized where you are the one blocking yourself. Now you know. See you next week.